If you are a self-published author and your book is at the end of the production process, in other words, you've gone through copy editing, you've gone through interior design, you've hired a book cover artist and you have a fabulous cover, all of your Amazon book description copy is ready to go, but you're not quite ready to launch your book yet, and you're curious how you can use this in between time, you're going to want to watch this video. Hi, I'm Sadie Walker with Launch My Book. We are a boutique self-publishing agency located in Oregon, and we help self-published authors bring their book to the world. We've been working with a lot of authors lately who have made it all the way through book production, interior design, cover design, copy editing, all the little pieces that turn a manuscript into a book, but they're not quite ready to launch their book yet. Now, there could be all kinds of reasons why someone wants to wait to launch. Maybe it's getting too close to the holidays, maybe it's the middle of summer, or maybe they just want a little bit more time to build some momentum. Whatever the reason, a pre-launch window can be a really valuable time depending on your book and your author goals. Now, it's important to note that not every book is going to go through a pre-launch period. Many self-published authors that we work with and all across the world are just going to go straight into publishing. Thanks to programs like Amazon KDP and Ingram Spark, you can upload your files and turn them on and they can go live right away. But depending on the book, and again, depending on your author goals, there are times when it's worth it to wait. So what can you be doing during the waiting? That's what we're going to go over in this video. Now, before I begin, I want to make it clear that a pre-launch is different than a pre-order. You can set up a pre-order for your ebook on Amazon KDP, or you can set up a pre-order for your print book through Ingram Spark, assuming that all of your files are already ready to go and in their system. We, however, don't usually recommend a pre-order unless you have a really specific strategy behind it and a plan for how you're going to use that period. There's lots of resources on our website, and we've even filmed some videos about this, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check those videos out. But in a nutshell, when you are marketing your book, you don't want to spend a lot of time or money sending people to your Amazon page or your Barnes & Noble listing to only have a pre-order there. A lot of buyers are not interested in a pre-order. So before you begin any of your heavy marketing, you want to make sure that you have as many versions of your book available for sale so that when that interested reader lands on your page, they can access the version of the book that they prefer. If you are going to use a pre-order strategy, we just recommend that you do that before any of your heavy marketing, before you're spending a lot of money sending people to your book page trying to get them to purchase it. A pre-order page, a pre-order strategy has value for sure, and we're going to talk about that. But we highly recommend that not be during your heavy marketing push. Now, whether or not you decide to set your book up for pre-order, here are 6 things you can be doing during pre-launch. And by pre-launch, we mean that period of time where your files are uploaded, they're ready to go, and you are just waiting to push send. The first thing you can do during a pre-launch is collect early reviews. You can use this time to send out advanced reader copies to your network. You can send them a version of the book through Ingram Spark and have it shipped and mailed directly to them. You could send them a proof copy through Amazon KDP and, ask them to read it and leave a review. It's important to note you can't leave a review on a pre-order page. You can't start collecting customer reviews until that book is live. So give them some really concrete timelines around when that book will be live and when you are expecting their review. A pre-launch period is also a great time to start leaning into your own network. This is especially true for nonfiction authors. Your colleagues, your coworkers, your clients, even your family members. Really think about who is your book launch team, who is excited for you, who is going to advocate for your book in the workplace, in their own social circles, and start talking about your book. You can let people know when your book is coming. You can ask if they would like an advanced copy in exchange for an honest review, and share those deadlines with them so that they can get excited. Most people are going to want to help you. So when you are leaning into your network, give them actionable steps that they can take to help you. Leave a customer review when the book goes live, post about it on social media, and of course, buy a copy for yourself and a friend. The pre-launch period is also an excellent time to start lining up some podcast interviews. Podcasts generally book up months in advance, And so once your book is live and you start reaching out to podcasts, it could be a few months before they can get you on their schedule. So if you start now, then there's an opportunity there that you could be on some podcasts that are airing at the same time that your book goes live into the world. Now, remember, when you are pitching yourself to these podcasts, you're not saying, hey, I wrote a book and it's going to be live on X date. You are pitching yourself as an expert, as a thought leader. You're talking about the themes in your book. The fact that you wrote a book and it will be live soon, that will come up organically in conversation. So I don't recommend leading with that, but the pre-launch period is still an opportunity to find those podcasts, listen to a few episodes, see what they're talking about, and see what value you can bring to the table in your own conversation. Even though we are in pre-launch, you can start building momentum on social media by posting about your book, by posting about the ideas in your book. You can do a cover reveal, share some behind the scenes stories about writing your book. You can talk about some of those themes and ideas. And another great way to build momentum on social media during this pre-launch period is to connect with other influencers in your space. Now, when I say influencers, I'm not saying to go after the book talk crowd. Everybody's talking about book talk. Everybody wants to get their book in there, find the right book influencer that can really launch their sales. And while that strategy can work well if you're writing fiction, it doesn't work as well for nonfiction. So if you're a nonfiction author, your goal is to connect with other influencers on social media who share a common goal with you. Maybe you are a healthcare executive and you are writing a book about burnout in the workplace. Go find other healthcare executives, go find doctors and nurses who are posting content regularly on social media and who would be an advocate for you, who would be interested in your ideas and the things that you're talking about in your book. Connect with them, share some of your own ideas, start commenting on their posts, start sharing their posts, and start building a community on social media during this pre-launch period. There might be other authors out there who have written a similar book and who might be interested, again, in being on your ARC team or sharing about your book on social media, having you on their channel for a quick little interview and soundbite. You know, the opportunities are endless, so be sure that you are using this time to branch out and find folks out in the ether who will be champions for your book. While you're in pre-launch, make sure you're checking your metadata, that you have all of that set and ready to go, your categories, your keywords, that your book description is written in a way that's going to engage readers and really draw them in. Make sure your author bio is ready to go, that you have a nice headshot of yourself. Just make sure all of those pieces are lined up and ready to go so that when you go live, you can start adding them to your page. Now, while you're thinking about pre-launch and you're excited about launch, it's important to remember that particularly with self-published books, you also want to plan what we call a soft launch. A soft launch can save you a lot of stress, so don't skip it. A soft launch is when you turn your book on and you make it live, but you don't tell anybody yet that it's live. You're not marketing it, you're not purchasing Amazon ads or social media ads, you're not trying to drive a lot of attention to your page yet. And why do we recommend a soft launch? Because we've been helping authors self-publish for over a decade, and we've seen lots of technical glitches happen at launch. We've seen cover art disappear. We've seen Amazon link the wrong customer reviews to a book that we published. We've seen the wrong author get linked. So you want to make sure that you have a time, at least 2 weeks, where you can navigate some of those technical glitches and make sure that everything is working properly before you start your heavy marketing. A soft launch period is also when your early reviewers can post their review so that you have some nice social capital on your page before you start your heavy marketing. And if it's your first book, then you can't even set up your Author Central account until your book is live. So again, that soft launch gives you an opportunity to create your Author Central account, get your bio added, get your book added, add your photo. If you're adding things like Amazon A+ content or editorial reviews to your book page, you can't do that until your book goes live. So you want to make sure that you're getting all of those ducks in a row before you throw them out into the pond. Trust me when I say a soft launch is your friend. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas about whether or not a pre-launch is a period that is going to help your book be successful and ways that you can utilize that space between being ready to publish and actually publishing. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out our other YouTube videos. We have lots of helpful resources for first-time authors. And if you're interested, book a consult. You can go to our website, launchmybook.com. We would love to talk to you about your book project. We'd love to just offer some advice, hear what your goals are, and see how we can help.